Hackers ruined Christmas for 100 million people, so he's like the Antichrist, right? I'm ready. Hit me. Right now!
Guilty that you've taken so much enjoyment of gaming away from more than 100 million people over this Christmas period?
I mean, I can't really say I feel bad.
Why are you not
What an asshole.
frightened of getting caught?
I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest.
For the hackers, it's all just a game.
And this was my only present for him as well.
You're a real man. You must be
Lizard
powerful,
Squad.
disrupting 10-year-olds.
It's
Well,
loud?
we have been called
I love it.
the Grinches of 2014, so...
Damn, I remember this actually.
Like most awful things, it all started with League of Legends.
Oh, of course.
August 18th, 2014, people find themselves unable to connect to the game, and there's this brand—
Oh, I remember this, man. I played on that Christmas. I tried to log in and I was like, oh well, and then I didn't think anything of it. I remember this. Most awful start date. Lol, yeah.
a new unknown Twitter account claiming responsibility. Over the next 48 hours, they go on what can only
they
be
kept
described best
DDoSing
as
it or
an
whatever.
absolute
I don't know.
attention-seeking rampage. Their next target is RuneScape, and
Yep,
with all the
RuneScape.
game worlds knocked offline, this is when people start to take notice.
RuneScape recently came under DDoS attacks.
It's one of those
August
things where, you
2014.
really can't play the game.
DDoS attacks have real victims that cost companies
Yep.
a lot of money.
You can go to jail for DDoSing. I'm not sure what the risk and reward is.
And Lizard Squad was launching them willy-nilly, making these games
Yeah, they didn't
unplayable
care.
for hours at a time. And the
Frickers.
reaction they got, I think, was their first taste of infamy. And it must have been intoxicating because to maintain the attention, they were—
I think they did it to World of Warcraft as well. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. They did that during Warlords of Draenor,
entering
I
into
think.
an endless cycle of sensationalism, upping the ante with each new attack. On the 24th of August, just 6 days after this group had appeared on Twitter, they sent out a tweet, quote, "We're putting a bunch of lizards in the pipes on their way to Sony." Up until now,
no.
they've pissed off a couple neats and weeaboos. But Sony PlayStation, that's where the normies hang out. And of course,
The
the same time this
normies.
tweet goes live, millions of them couldn't connect.
If I catch any lizard squad, you with my game, G, you lizard lame, goofy ass.
But perhaps the person most upset by this was John Smedley, president of Sony Online Entertainment. So
Oh, he'd be
right as
so
the
pissed.
attack went live, Lizard Squad posted this picture claiming they were a terrorist group, an edgy joke to get the attention of media.
They, or he, is claiming to be a part of ISIS.
And Smedley posted how stupid this is on Twitter. Quote, "I wish the national media would stop letting these DDoS trolls' occasional use of ISIS crap be taken seriously. Media..."
He has a really good point. Like, call this an overreaction. I think that the mainstream media is so dumb when it comes to picking up stories.
Please don't get trolled. Those ISIS guys are pure evil and shouldn't be conflated with trolls. Honestly, true, but Smedley did make a mistake here because Lizard Squad feeds on this type of negative attention, and he was about to get on a flight to California.
Today, though, they took things to a new disturbing level. The tweet stating, "We have been receiving reports that Smedley's plane, number 362, has explosives on board."
Oh, I didn't know about this. That's freaked out, man.
Smedley's plane was diverted and grounded. Full deal. They searched it for bombs and everything.
This is an act of terrorism just to make a threat against an airliner that very, very serious ramifications.
Of course, this made national news, and the biggest question of all was who the heck is behind the Lizard Squad Twitter profile? At first, they were loving the attention, even sending out tweets mocking the FBI. Before
Contact us, Ryan Brogan, FBI.
Or finally finishing off the night by also DDoSing Xbox. It was insanity, but I think by morning, they might have been a little spooked. All the news stories were out, and it was clear these guys were about to be up against the full force of the United States Secret Service.
And American corpos backing them with money.
It had the rapt
You don't
attention
fuck
of
with
the
them with the
FBI
money.
and TSA.
And it's at this point that the attacks stop. The next 5 days is just a continuous stream of nonsense banter and antagonization on Twitter as they gobble up the attention from their newly amassed 50,000 followers.
That was a lot back then, by the way.
Comes to an end on August 29th. They make a tweet. They're hosting an Ask Me Anything on Reddit, and the replies are just hilarious. Can't wait for the day the media reports you've all been caught. What's it like knowing that in less than a week, you will be irrelevant and forgotten, but will still have ruined your life over something pointless and childish?
People on Reddit, man. Reddit doesn't change, man. It's been 8 years and this people still type like this, by the way.
Childish. Why would you want to cause chaos for a short period of time, which people will get over, for the price that could be many years of your life? Blizzard Squad actually responded to this one. They said, because we're pretty confident we're not going to get caught for this. And the guy wrote back, well then you're pretty stupid. I think they might have actually taken these to heart because just a day later, Lizard Squad makes a post directing people to their website. It was an announcement, quote, little thieves are hanged, but great ones escape. These guys literally thought they were the greatest hackers of all time.
And these are all denial of service attacks. These are very primitive attacks. So this is considered like child's play to real hackers.
It is though. Like, real hackers, they don't do this shit. They don't waste their time doing this baby stuff.
They go on to write, we set out on our journey 2 weeks ago with the plan to cause havoc within the gaming
Script kiddies,
community.
yeah.
Originally, it was to see if we could evade being caught and to experience the raw thrill of anarchy. Today, we will be disbanding. Behind the green reptiles and other bullshit, we have lives, believe it or not. I think it's hilarious at the bottom of their website, they were manually linking all the news articles that covered them. It's like a shrine to how this was all really about the attention. Now, they mostly stuck true to their word. But here's the thing about hacking groups. They all follow an arc. Hack something, then hack something bigger, and do it again until somebody makes a mistake that leads to one or more of the members being arrested. And
I'm pretty sure they hit Blizzard, and Blizzard does not fuck around with this stuff. I remember I think it took them like a couple of years to catch someone that was doing this, but they did send him behind bars.
Blizzard Squad had yet to complete their arc.
Oh shit, here we go again.
It only took 3 months. On December 1st, they were back. Kind of like how private internet access has my back when it comes to these DDoS attacks. I scour a lot of sketchy websites to make these videos, and one thing I'm conscious about is masking my real IP address. Not just because it leaves me vulnerable to being hit offline by people like Lizard Squad, but because it gives away my personal information, what city I live in, my internet service provider. But with private internet access, I'm able to mask all of that. They have secure servers in all 50 states, so I can make it look like I'm from anywhere. This has other benefits too, like sometimes companies want to charge you a certain price depending where they think you're from. No problem. Connect to a different country and boom, problem solved. Besides saving money, there's a ton of other benefits too. Like if you use your work's Wi-Fi, you should really be on a VPN,
I was gonna make a joke,
you don't want
but
the
I
IT
decided
guys
not
seeing
to.
what you're doing online. Best part, it's cheap. If you use my link and code in the description, you'll get 82% off and 3 extra months for free. That's an amazing deal for an amazing product. Thank you, private internet access. Now, during the time they were away,
Get a
their
VPN.
original Twitter account was
Question, can you have a VPN and still stream?
suspended.
Probably,
and so
right?
in an effort to regain their infamy, they were gonna have to come back with a bang. December
Okay.
1st, the day starts with a single tweet. It's a threat to Microsoft. 8 minutes later, another tweet goes live. They had made good on that
Xbox
threat.
Live,
Nobody could connect to Xbox Live, and upon seeing that error message, well, everybody thought of Blizzard Squad. They immediately made 2 more tweets. Quote, just some preparation for Christmas. This is a small dose of what's to come. Of course, the news outlets jump all over this. Their stunt had worked. They were already back to 44,000 followers by the end of the day, but things were only getting started because they had big plans for all of December.
Yo, they crashed Machinima's website. Lizard Squad did. Lizard Squad, man.
The very next day,
You do not frick with Machinima. All those Dude, Machinima was so big back in the day. Even Donkey was signed by them, I'm pretty sure.
Posted a video in which they discredit the
kinda
Xbox
scummy, though, to be
attack,
fair.
saying it was a mere coincidence. In retaliation, Lizard Squad defaced their website, but the most important outcome of this attack was that it got them on drama alert.
And no one has been arrested because you can't arrest a lizard. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Christmas gifts for many companies around, the 25th.
Keemstar was criticized for giving these guys a platform. Many said he's essentially motivating them to keep going. This guy writes,
true.
no publicity equals lapse in interest equals no more DDoS attacks.
He has a point, but again, Keemstar is all about the money and the attention too, so I'm not surprised.
He's not wrong. After that first video went live, their followers more than doubled to 120,000. I mean, that's more than what I've got here on YouTube. This didn't quite matter though, because Keemstar's never been one to take criticism. And so leading into early December, they're doing all these different attacks. They take out Xbox for a few hours, hit off PlayStation again, all the while posting general crap on Twitter for attention. Keemstar keeps reporting on this. They're up to 150,000 followers, and news stations are now starting to catch on that, hey, there's this big Christmas attack that's probably gonna happen. But in the background, there's a new Twitter account that's gaining popularity. Finest Squad, a hacking group that's allegedly here to be the hero of the story. If anyone can save Christmas from the lizards, it's going to be them. And on December 11th,
to be fair though, the more active they become, the more likely they are to be caught. Having them get bored stop would be the worst possible outcome. Yeah, that is a fair point. I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. So yeah, on the one hand, if they don't get bored, they have more time. It's like a serial killer. If you go silent and they don't catch you ever, they're likely never gonna catch you because the evidence will go stale and there's no more like connecting links. It's the same thing with that, yeah.
the new Twitter account for Lizard Squad is suspended, and Finest Squad is claiming responsibility. And Keemstar manages to get a member from each group to come on his show.
This is so cringe. The fucking Kaneki fucking profile picture and a fucking lizard, man. This is so 2014 aesthetics.
Xbox Live is going to go down on Christmas.
Edgy,
is that
hella
still
edgy.
the case?
Possibly. Our main members are currently arguing at the moment. We may have split up slightly. I think that Lizard Squad may have ran its course by now, because we got suspended.
Every new Twitter you guys make, it's going to be suspended, so.
We're midway into December now, and things are looking hopeful. The Lizard Squad account has remained down because the members are preoccupied, posting from their personal accounts the doxes, that is the names, phone numbers, street addresses of Finest Squad members. And in retaliation, Finest Squad is doing the same, except on both sides, none of it is correct.
Skype.
Vice actually did an article on how some poor 71-year-old grandma from North.
Oh my god. From some old southern granny's getting harassed because of these ding-dongs, man.
Carolina got hundreds of threatening phone calls for weeks because of it. This drama wouldn't keep them distracted forever, though.
What's happening on Christmas?
I know how these people think.
Wait, why does this guy have a jug of milk next to him, dude? And a bunch of Triscuits? Man, Keemstar really is a schizo. Drinking like straight from the jug.
And since they want to get their
looks like cum
bigger, I guarantee you they're probably going to do it.
Christmas was just a few days away, and Lizard Squad had regrouped, created another Twitter. And how did they prepare for their biggest attack yet? By taking down an entire country's internet. It's the week of Christmas and North Korea is knocked offline, and it didn't take long for Lizard Squad to take credit for the attack. At this point, it looked like it would take a miracle to keep Lizard Squad at bay during the big day.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un was probably not very happy. He was not happy at all.
6.6 million Xboxes and 6.4 million PlayStations have been sold for Christmas, and in the morning, people across the globe would be unboxing them and diving into their first experience with next-gen consoles. Yet, throughout the night, a hacker war was raging. Lizard Squad is trying to get a head start on the attacks. They DDoS Xbox, but it's only down for 8 minutes. Then they try PlayStation. Again, only 8 minutes. Finest Squad is claiming to be counter-DDoSing Lizard Squad's botnet, stopping the attacks dead in their tracks.
Botnets are like, it is the epitome of like script kiddies with a bunch of money. Oh my god. I have your IP. I have more money. I have more packets to send from Uzbekistan. So fucking childish. Botnets really are for kids.
Facts. Like, holy cow, these guys weren't just all talk the entire time, they're actually stopping it. Lizard Squad gives up for the night, but not without a threat. Quote, operations will
They're not
continue
hackers,
tomorrow.
they're
As
just
a
sending
result, the group of
packets. They're
kiddies
not
who
doing
think they are
anything
the
extravagant
finest will
or
be proven
elaborate.
incapable. And now we were only hours away to seeing who was going to come out on top.
Christmas Day was expected to be a big one for the game consoles. Users excited to hook up their new systems. As of 9 a.m. this morning, Sony says the PlayStation Network remains offline.
Microsoft's Xbox Live gaming network is also out and users just can't log in.
And there's no indication when service will resume.
A group of hackers calling themselves Lizard Squad are claiming responsibility via Twitter.
The news was out. Lizard Squad had won. Finest Squad had failed to stop them. In fact, Finest Squad started asking for donations to help stop Lizard Squad. And this is when people started speculating either Finest Squad has been Lizard Squad this whole time and this was all a ruse to make some money, or
that would definitely be a big brain fucking move.
the guy was trying to cash out before the attention would be gone. Regardless, sustained attacks kept both consoles offline for hours.
Big piss. Massive piss.
Just got back from a 90-minute root canal. Your content is a great comfort. It's both based and amusing. Much thanks, smiley face.
Thank you, Magnus. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much.
You know what really pissed me off? My son and like, Daddy, we should just play on the Nintendo.
I love the 16 viewers 2015. This is so good.
Like, goddamn.
Christmas,
10
as
subscribers.
promised, was ruined. Unless, that is, a new hero could salvage what was left of it. Enter Kim.com, a rich guy, internet entrepreneur who loves Call of Duty and is the founder of Maga, a cloud service for storing files.
Are they
and
still
he
around?
slid
I
up
think
into
so.
those Blizzard DMs, ready to make a deal. They agree on 3,000 one-year pro membership vouchers to Maga worth around $300,000 in exchange for the attacks stopping. Lizard Squad takes the deal, honors it, and the rest of Christmas is saved. People are calling Kim a hero. But remember, Lizard Squad still wasn't finished their arc. They had completed their biggest attack yet, but none of their members had been arrested.
I love this guy. He's like, I'm gonna give you a bunch of money to let me play COD.
This was
So
all about
base.
to change.
Let me play World of Warcraft, man!
So what do you do with $300,000 in vouchers? You post them on the hacking forum that's not only known for cooperating with the feds, but also under your legitimate prolific profile that has a lot of information about who you are. And you do this literally a day after you receive them, December 20th.
You're joking. That's how they get caught? What if this is like a 3D chess move and he like knew that they would be stupid enough to go and try and sell them so that he could track them? Oh,
26.
These guys are
And
such
then what do you do after
ding-dongs.
that? Well, your big attack is over. Your attention is dwindling. So of course you agree to a news interview in which you show your face.
Do you not feel guilty that you've taken so much enjoyment of gaming away from more than 100 million people over this Christmas period?
I'd be rather worried if those people didn't have anything better to do than play games on their consoles. And
But you're sending botnets. Like, you're just throwing money down this drain, man. You're so stupid.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This guy's literally on national news admitting to being the culprit.
Why we did it? Mostly to raise awareness regarding the low state of computer security at these companies. They should have more than enough funding to be able to protect against these attacks.
In early Keemstar interviews, other members were readily admitting that they were doing this all for attention. But this guy wasn't about to say that on the news. There's another guy that joins in too, but he's a little smarter. Instead of outright saying he's a part of Lizard Squad, he comes on as a security analyst.
Online.
Enjoying video games is for nerds.
And security analyst Vinny Omari
Shut
is
the
well
fuck
connected
up,
to
man.
the community. He expects more hackers to join in.
They go on to do an interview with the BBC, and it's just hilarious. They're trying so hard to act like what they've done isn't wrong in any way, and the host just tears them apart.
Presumably you wouldn't go into a child's house, lift his PlayStation and smash it on the ground on Christmas Day just so he couldn't play it.
No, of course
You're not
not.
that type of dork, are you?
But I'm gonna do the exact same thing and ruin their experience, dude. This guy's such a clown.
No, that's just horribly sick.
And yet you've done,
personally
the
despise-
equivalent. Maybe you should have told them, I'm the idiot that's disrupting children's lives on Christmas Day. So you're doing this for the public good. You want us to believe that?
Yes.
What an
also
actual
doing it
fucking
to
thing,
amuse
though.
ourselves, but there's definitely the aspect of public good.
Offered your squad 3,000 lifetime encrypted vouchers to stop the hacking. So it was nothing really to do with exposing a company for the greater
Well,
good. You took the money and you ran, didn't you, like a
yeah.
petty criminal?
It's $300,000 worth of vouchers.
Dirty, grubby greed.
These
dirty, grubby greed. This guy's based as fuck, man. What?
interviews were a bad idea. Just 2 days after this, 22-year-old Vinny Omari from the UK is raided. They have search warrants for all his electronics, citing the attacks on Xbox and PlayStation. Then, just a few days later, it comes out Finland's National Bureau of Investigation has picked up 17-year-old Julie.
Yeah, I was about to say he has a Scandi accent. I wasn't sure which one though.
Kivamaki. But this wasn't the end because there was still a few remaining members of Lizard Squad. But with 2 other members missing, they didn't seem to be as capable. On January 26th, they claimed to have DDoSed Facebook, Instagram,
Xbox.
and Tinder,
Yeah,
but
Xbox.
this claim was later proven to be false. They also attempted to open up a DDoS for hire website, Lizard Stressor, but they weren't savvy enough to secure it, and so the customer database got leaked, and well, authorities in the United Kingdom paid
6 UK teens arrested for being customers of Lizard Squad DDoS service. Oh my god. These people, like, I don't know, man. I guess they're just kids. Like, they're not, like, fully, like, their brains are still, like, developing some wrinkles. They're in the process of doing it, so they're just that dumb.
a little visit to 6 of the customers who had paid for it. This was looking like the end.
I also love the fact that, they talk about, like, oh, these companies need to have a lot of money to, like, have great security, and they just don't have that. But then they don't have it themselves? Holy shit, man.
And for a while, it kind of
Dumbasses.
was. The account they were using over Christmas got suspended, and they wouldn't create a new account until late May of 2015.
I
just
remember
in time
this-
for
this
the
tweet right
outcome
here.
of Julius Kivamaki's arrest. A Finnish court ruled not to incarcerate him. And the new Lizard Squad account is boasting about this. Quote, basically, he'll be monitored for 2 years by local police. 0 time spent in prison. The reality is, Julius Kivamaki will never be made to pay for his crimes. And do you remember our old friend Smedley? He was upset by this because it turns out Julius was directly responsible for that threat made on his plane. And so upon reading the news of the court's
Oh no. Oh, the terrorism threat.
decision, he tweets, "That was the piece of garbage that brought my plane down, leaked my information, and did all other kinds of crap to me. His parents need to be held accountable for his actions, in addition to his going to jail. So I'm coming for you, Julius." In one final act of retaliation, Lizard Squad DDoSes games that Smedley is directly overseeing. H1Z1, PlanetSide 2. Smedley writes, "Looks like we're getting hit again. Sorry, folks." And in a wild turn of events, after this, Smedley steps down from his role as CEO of Sony
As
Online
Mongol viewer,
Entertainment, and it's
welcome.
widely speculated it's due to him essentially getting the company attacked again over these comments he made on Twitter.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, if he didn't taunt him, he probably would have just been fine. So, yeah, I think he's based for, like, calling him out and calling me a dipshit, but at the same time, you are kind of the face of the company, so.
But we'll never know for sure. Now, if I've learned one thing from doing these videos, it's that the FBI will let criminals go free for years while they build enough evidence to ensure a strong conviction. Nearly 2 years had passed since the original arrests were made, and so it was only a matter of time before whoever was left running the account would face justice. And that day came on September 23rd, 2016.
Zachary Bukta is accused of hacking computers with victims around the world. This charge stems from an international investigation into hacking groups called Lizard Squad.
Zachary apparently cried in court as he was sentenced to 3 months in prison.
Oh no! I hackerinoed. I DDoSed Xbox. Now I'm what a little bitch.
Prison in order to pay
What a little
$350,000
weenie.
in restitution. I think this guy actually got the most punishment out of anyone, and coincidentally, he's also the only one.
3 months in prison, by the way.
His criminal complaint also has a co-conspirator, a Bradley.
Zachary Buckle, also known as Peen. FBI are losers, and Zote Poodle and Lizard. Yeah, wait, this is that. Oh, they say they. Oh, wait, this is an overlap with a different group. I remember the Uchiha people
From the Netherlands, but was unable to find any information
name
if
is
this guy
Fox.
ever
Oh,
actually
no.
faced punishment, even though he was directly involved with all the same
Peen.
stuff as Zachary. As
That's
for
me.
Vinny Omari,
Yeah, I
it's
guess
unclear
me.
what the outcome of his case was. We know he made bail just one day after being arrested, but I couldn't find any publicly available sources detailing whatever happened to him. As of today,
Yeah, I was
all his
involved.
old
I am
aliases
Lizard
have
Squad.
been left abandoned since 2016. Regardless, Zachary's arrest marked the end of Lizard Squad's reign of terror, but their story left a lasting impression on many hacker groups to come. But those are stories for another day. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next.
What the hell is this? The honor student caught stealing $7.5 million. Hi, daddy, love you. Tell your dad to give us Bitcoin. Mommy! Piss, piss, piss. Shit! Piss, 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 piss. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fucking shit on calm. Piss myself. Fuck, 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 fuck. Piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, piss.